Hi everyone, welcome to WION Live broadcast from New York City. I'm your host, Susan Tehrani. First, let's take a look at some of the stories making headlines this hour.
It's obvious that Israel has no better ally than America. You've been a remarkable partner.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says that he appreciates uninhibited U.S. support against Hamas and unwavering support to Israel on its goals in Gaza. Prime Minister Netanyahu and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio addressed the media after their meeting in Jerusalem.
Hamas can surrender tonight if they want, lay down their weapons. The problem is they're a terrorist group, a barbaric group, whose stated mission is the destruction of the Jewish state.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio hits out at Hamas, terming the group terrorist and barbaric, saying it must surrender. Rubio says he is encouraged and encourages a constructive role by Qatar on Gaza. He is to head to Qatar after his Jerusalem visit. Leaders from nearly 50 Arab and Muslim countries gather in Qatar for the Arab-Islamic summit to decide on a response to Israel's bombing of Qatar. Iran's president urges severing ties with Israel. The United States showcases its Typhoon intermediate-range missile system in Japan for the first time. It's seen as a message to China that Washington and Tokyo would continue deploying weapons in the region, despite Beijing condemning them as destabilizing. UK's Prime Minister Keir Starmer's office slams US tech billionaire Elon Musk for using dangerous and inflammatory language in a speech televised at one of the UK's largest ever far-right protests. U.S.-China trade talks in Spain have quote-unquote gone very well. U.S. President Donald Trump posts this on social media and says a deal was reached on TikTok without naming the company. Trump says he would be speaking to his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping on Friday. U.S. trade team will be visiting New Delhi on Wednesday to hold trade talks. This is the first visit by a U.S. trade team to Delhi after the imposition of 50% tariffs on India by President Trump in August. India's trade deficit narrowed in August as imports slowed, but exports to the U.S. dipped sharply after Washington hiked tariffs. Fresh trade talks between the two nations are now on the table. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.